The first weekend of the NFL playoffs is in the books. We're doing a wild card recap. First up, Eric, what do we learn?
Well, we learned that home field advantage does actually mean something. You know, the previous 7 seasons combined, home teams had only won 46% of their games. That wasn't true in this round because all 4 home teams won, including the Broncos over the Steelers, which was an upset, not only in Vegas, in the NFL, the real world we live in. The other thing I picked from this weekend, the play of the wide receivers after the catch. Hakeem Nicks, a huge day, that long touchdown, one of his 2 scores. Calvin Johnson in the loss. The Saints wide receivers were fantastic. And of course, Demaryius Thomas, the 80-yarder, had only 4 catches but made the most of them, 204 yards in the game. What a surprise performer he was.
And the playoffs, it wasn't too big of a stage for a lot of these guys making their first appearances. Matt Stafford, Tim Tebow, TJ Yates, all getting wins in their first appearance. It's good to see those young quarterbacks stepping up. What was your biggest surprise?
I think it has to be the play at the end of the game there in Denver. I mean, unbelievable. 80-yarder, the stunner to Thomas, a play that we'll never forget. Longest overtime touchdown in NFL postseason history. We're preparing ourselves for the new OT rules. Guess what? We didn't need them. We'll put them on ice for another week at least.
I think it may have blown up Twitter. I mean, I think Twitter nearly exploded with that touchdown. The shortest overtime period in NFL history.
Seconds,
yeah, crazy. I guess you can't get much shorter than that. Who was your player of the weekend?
With apologies to Tim Tebow, who was fantastic at times, I got to give it to Drew Brees. 466 yards, 3 touchdowns. Did have the fumble in the first half, but was spotless in the second half. Other than those turnovers in the first half, the Saints were just on a roll offensively.
And on the other side of that, Calvin Johnson, also a huge game in his first performance. You got to think that the Lions team with Stafford and Johnson moving forward in pretty good shape. That's our recap for the wild card games. For the best coverage of the league, check us out at ProFootballWeekly.com.
It's never too early to start thinking about the NFL Draft, and Pro Football Weekly's new draft database has you covered. Check out updated player rankings for over 750 prospects and our exclusive PFW Stock Watch. Just go to the Draft tab at ProFootballWeekly.com.